Hey, what's going on, everyone? Nintendo Switch Online is here. I've subscribed to it. I've got the family membership, which seems to be the best deal to go for. I've got other dependents. If I didn't have them, I most likely wouldn't have signed up to it just yet. Still looking at everything that we've had, pretty much. But the family membership, if you actually get it, allows for 8 Nintendo accounts to be added to it. Doesn't matter if it's on the same Switch or on a different Switch, in the same part of the country or a different world. It doesn't matter, just Nintendo accounts. So if you've got a group of friends that you can hook up with, and one of you just become the lead account holder in terms of paying the bill, and the others just transfer you just a small amount of cash and you split it between you, then I feel like having the family membership is the best way to go. And there's no restrictions. You get access to everything like that. You don't get to see other people's profiles, anything like that. You're just added, given access to online. So yeah, the family membership seems to be the way to go. Had a quick blast on the NES app. It's slick, it's fast. I love how the games are displayed, showing their cover arts and stuff like that. It's a nice looking app. And I just keep saying to myself, we had the Wii U. This is what we complained about, right? Or what I complained about. We had the Wii U, we had the Wii, they had their virtual consoles, and now we come to the Switch. And wouldn't it just have been lovely to have that just come over as part of the subscription service, and you'd be able to play that Nintendo history from day one as part of that service. This could have been priced and structured in many ways. You could just have Nintendo Online if you wanted, pay £20 a year, $20 a year or whatever, and just have access to online. If you want to pay £50 a year, you could have access to online and have access to the Virtual Console subscription service. Or you could just do the Virtual Console subscription service for, say, £30 a year or something like that. The options could be there, but I absolutely reject that Nintendo couldn't get the infrastructure or whatever running to get the current virtual console that we had on the Wii U and the Wii over to the Switch in its current form. And then if they wanted to update some of the games with online functions either day one or later to keep the incentive going, that's I feel like the dream right there. And do I feel that Nintendo will reach that dream in the Switch's lifetime? Absolutely not. I don't think they'll be able to get all those consoles back on there and all those games. I don't even think that's their plan, in all honesty, for the Switch. But yeah, so I haven't tried some of the online yet. I'm going to try that with some of my friends later on. But that's what it is. We're here now. It's up to you if you want to pay for it or not. But the service is there. There's nothing we can do about it, and we just gotta deal with it. I've had my rant, but today I wanted to do instead a positive video, because I feel like my last video was pretty down, and it's for strong reasons, good reasons. And if you haven't watched it, please watch the whole thing, just to make sure that it's fully in context of what I'm saying. But I thought I'd come with a happy video today, because we all love to be happy, right? And I feel like I need more happy videos on my channel. I started doing some, and they do mingle in here and every now, but I do find that I can rant sometimes, and I don't want to do that. Today it's all about happiness, people. So where can I start? It's the gaming industry, right? The gaming industry is a funny place to be when your main love is actually gaming itself. So much has changed over the years, whether it be for better or for worse, and we find ourselves sometimes going around in circles. One time happily skipping into the sunshine when we get to play something like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And then the other time, picturing ourselves, punching something to death when we witnessed Nintendo's attempts at a paid online system. And it's normally the bad news, right, which seems to linger the longest in our memories, which is strange, as I feel as a species, or life in general. Everything that exists, for the most part, wants contentment in their short existences on this world. But I'm here to tell you, people, and also to vocally tell myself, that brighter days are coming, people. Brighter days are coming. The grey Nintendo rain clouds of 2018 will roll back, and all will turn to silver glass. Because I had this small reminder to myself, right? And it's an important reminder, I feel, and one that should make us all happy, that we know this day will come. At least in regards to the lifetime of the Nintendo Switch itself. So, are you ready? Brace yourselves now. After the last Direct, it became abundantly clear that Nintendo, will soon run out of Wii U games to port. I mean, what else could they possibly port from that console that hasn't already been ported, right? You got the Wonderful 101, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Mario Maker, people keep asking for, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Pikmin 3, Star Fox Zero, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD, Paper Mario Color Splash. Oh wait, that's actually that's still quite a lot of games. And even looking at the NES selection of games as part of the new Switch Online subscription service.
Hold me closer in. It's getting dark.
They will eventually run out of NES games to put on this thing, right? So the service has two options in my mind, to either stop right there and don't release any more games for that service,
downstairs and use their printer, and by the time I got there, because I couldn't get my car to start, and then,
or start adding other platforms, which should have been there from the start. But if Nintendo stick with updating that library of NES games as often as they say they will, and if I decide to believe that what they say on this matter, then hopefully in half a year's time we might start seeing this Nintendo Netflix service. Something many of us have said, that's what they should have done a long time ago. We might start seeing a service worthy of replacing the Virtual Console, and something that should 100% this time carry over to every Nintendo console afterwards without any excuses or any more restarts. But the real sunshine comes next year for the most part, because although 2018 from a Nintendo first and second party perspective, has clearly been their filler year. I mean, if you never owned a Wii U or didn't even know about some of these games, 2018 for you as a new Switch owner must have been, pretty damn glorious, with the likes of Bayonetta 2, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Captain Toad, Hyrule Warriors, just to name a few. But if you were a Wii U owner, just like me and like everyone else should have been,
downstairs and use their printer, and by the time I got there, because I couldn't get my car to start, and
then 2018 from Nintendo themselves might have felt a little flat in terms of brand new games. As lovely as Kirby and Mario Tennis Aces might be to some, we all know for the most part those titles are only the chicken nuggets in your KFC bucket meal. And what we really crave, deep down inside, is the succulent breast and legs.
What? Shit.
And this is what's coming, my people. And it all really starts with the end of 2018 with, of course, the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The most ultimate video game ever made in terms of industry collaboration. The most ultimate content ever given to a consumer on a single cartridge. And arguably the most ultimate fighting game package ever conceived by mankind. Just as long as that single player mode we all want arrives. You know what I'm saying? They still haven't spoken about the Nintendo Switch, software wise from Nintendo. I feel is reignited from that point, unless of course you count Super Mario Party, which I don't think you should fully write off, as this finally looks like the Mario Party we've been asking for. Plus it's got online this time. Oh no, wait, the online. no, this is a happy video. We're gonna be happy. Then you got Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, which sales-wise will do the numbers, of course. But that's not the Pokemon Switch game. I'm personally waiting for. Which takes us nicely into 2019, which is what we're talking about. So from this point, I'm going to pretend that for the most part, most of these games will be released in 2019. One or two of these games, I hope will be there, but probably won't. But for the most part, I'm going to believe, just for this video, that most of them will release next year. And if this is the case, we'll finally get a first and second party year of software that will match the might of 2017, which, as we know, set standards, arguably so high. I think many of us were quite, possibly foolish or perhaps overly optimistic to think that the next year could easily surpass it or match it, including myself. But at the same time, being overly optimistic is not inherently a bad thing, just as long as you can also take the letdown when it doesn't all come to plan. So when Nintendo Online Multiplayer is letting you down, what we have got to look forward to for that, for the most part, is the single-player focused games. A lot of them as well, it seems, and not just that, but some of the best of what Nintendo machines generally have to offer when it comes to exclusives. We have Luigi's Mansion 3, which was recently showed off, and although the actual reveal was pretty lukewarm, as I mentioned previously, I've wanted a new Luigi's Mansion on console since the GameCube. The Wiimote would have been perfect for this game, but that didn't happen. The Wii U gamepad, could have been used as a new camera mechanic, say similar to Project Zero, but that didn't happen. So now we have the Joy-Cons, which have the pointing functions of the Wiimote, HD Rumble, which could represent your heartbeat, or perhaps beats faster if a ghost is sneaking up behind you or something. Plus making it feel like you're actually holding a Hoover, with its vibrations. I hope motion controls that are fully utilized for all that ghost chasing action. And of course, I'm hoping the game makes great use of lighting and transparency, something the original games done, and also the 3DS sequel done really well for the hardware. So very promising indeed. Then you have Yoshi's Crafted World, which was also shown off a lot during the recent Direct, and in my opinion, it looks fantastic. From a fun and platforming perspective, this could easily be as much fun as a Super Mario Odyssey. Yoshi's Woolly World I loved. I confessed it was my favorite Yoshi game. That's right. Even better than Yoshi's Island, like I said. And Woolly World's main theme is even better than Yoshi's story main theme, which I thought would never be topped. Then we have Fire Emblem, Three Houses. I've been playing Fire Emblem since the Game Boy Advance and GameCube, and I love the series. As much as Advance Wars, another series that needs another chance. I'm kind of quietly, wishful that it does come back. From what we learned of the Three Houses, I'm very excited to see how this game is shaping up now, and there are no reasons why this couldn't be the best Fire Emblem we've played so far. I mean, in reality, it should be, because it's learning from everything that came before, right? And it's going to be on a HD system with the power of the Switch. Let's take this series to the next level. And Nintendo themselves said that Fire Emblem is an important series to them now, and we've seen all of that being put into practice. Next, we have the recently announced Animal Crossing, which lacks a title yet, but has actually been dated for 2019. So guess what, Nintendo? For the sake of this video, I'm going to believe you. Animal Crossing is another series I've been playing since the GameCube, and each game on each system becomes an evergreen title for the lifespan of that system. I would say that this is the first time we've seen Animal Crossing in HD, but it's not, as we've seen it in Mario Kart 8. On the Animal Crossing level, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, and perhaps one application many might have forgotten about, that's the Animal Crossing Plaza on the Wii U. And this is actually how I want the new Animal Crossing to look, just like this app did. Although it was linked to Animal Crossing New Leaf at the time, this app and all the characters in it in HD looked absolutely perfect to me. So yeah, this is what I want Animal Crossing to look like, or how I feel it should look like, at least a base game in terms of graphical fidelity. Then we have my Zone of the Enders meets Xenoblade Chronicles X mech action game that is a Deus Ex Machina I'm not sure what else to say about this game right now. I love the art style. You get to customize your mech, battle in and out of it, destroy environments while flying around and smash up other mechs and tanks. Sounds perfect to me. Also, it has 4 players online. Oh wait, online. Although cheating slightly here, and we'll also enter in the realms of maybe, these games will come in 2019. The next game is Shin Megami Tensei 5 from Atlas. As many know, Persona 5 was a massive success on the PlayStation 4. Many rating it their favorite game ever, in fact. And as many might know, the Persona series is actually a spin-off from the main series, which is Shin Megami Tensei. I always found it funny how a spin-off became more popular than the main series, but these things happen, right? Shin Megami Tensei 5 will be a massive RPG for the Switch, and one that should get Japan hungry, as well. And those who have enjoyed the series before, of course, I'm excited, to see more of this game. For sure, we got a little bit of what it looks like in game from the last trailer. It looks really nice. So far, the Switch has had some fantastic RPGs, and this one could be right up there, with the Xenoblade and stuff. So yeah, really looking forward to this. Now we're really entering the realms of the maybe in 2019. Bayonetta 3 was announced for what seems like an eternity ago, even though it was December last year at the Game Awards. At one point, I couldn't see how Platinum Games could possibly top Bayonetta 2 in terms of raw, over-the-top action, because that game is just phenomenal. But one thing I've learned is to never underestimate Platinum Games and what they can achieve in the action genre. And I think Bayonetta 3 will blow the second game out of the water. That's what once again should happen. I have full faith that they could do it. So yeah, hype indeed for that game. And finally, we have my personal Megaton, Metroid Prime 4. I said it before and I'll say it again. If any game on the Switch has the chances of toppling Breath of the Wild, Metroid Prime 4 is that one game for me. Words can't describe how much I need to see this game, and all I can hope is that we see at least some gameplay, anything of this game, other than a name, sometime next year. Even though I don't believe it's going to come out next year, as much as I love it to, just give us, something, just a gnaw on and make us twitch just a bit more, just some in-game, anything. But but that's it. I'm done. There are a wealth of other great looking games coming to the Switch in the future, and like I said, sometimes when you're beaten into the dirt, even by the company you love, sometimes it's best to focus on some of the positives, and in this case, the games coming are indeed the positives. Anyway, thanks for listening, all. If you managed to make it to the end, as always, let me know your thoughts on the upcoming games for the Switch, and as always, I'll reply to every single one of you. Let's take solace together, in this disheartening time of pain and anguish, and just look forward to some great games, because the great games are coming, people. They are coming, and I'm going crazy. So yeah, as always, take care, all. Peace.